Welcome everyone to the session hosted by SLASSCOM. In today's session, we will hear speakers from the Global Services Association, WNS Global Services, the London Stock Exchange Group, and IFS. Welcome everyone to the session hosted by SLASSCOM. In today's session, we will hear speakers from the Global Services Association, WNS Global Services, the London Stock Exchange Group, and IFS.
Hi, I'm Abby Lunn and I lead the marketing activity at the Global Sourcing Association. I'm delighted to be joined today by the Association's Chief Executive for a special fireside chat filmed specifically for the Sri Lanka Investment Forum 2021. So, Kerry, by way of starting, please can you introduce yourself and the Association?
Sure. So thank you, Abby, and hello, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much for having me here at the Sri Lanka Investment Forum 2021. I hope you're having a great forum so far. So yes, as Abby said, my name is Kerry Hallard and I am the Chief Executive Officer of the Global Sourcing Association, and I'm also Chair of the Global Technology and Business Services Council, which I will come on to in a short while. So the Global Sourcing Association, in its previous incarnation, was known as the National Outsourcing Association, and in 2016 we rebranded to the Global Sourcing Association. So we've been going for more than 35 years, and we were set up very much as an industry association and professional body for the world of outsourcing, which we now call strategic sourcing. So really focused on bringing the buyers of complex IT and business services arrangements and the service providers of those arrangements together so that they could do more strategic sourcing, but also to do it better. So our whole focus has been on developing the best practice on how organizations partner with each other so that we can just grow the industry and improve the industry at the same time. Obviously, that has evolved over time from outsourcing within the UK to outsourcing globally and offshoring, and then obviously this move to global business services, shared service centres, and now much more recently, automation. So our membership is predominantly, you know, the bigger FTSE 250 size enterprise buyers and service providers of absolutely all sizes, and whether they provide technology, software development, IT infrastructure, or customer service, finance and accounts outsourcing, KPO, LPO, legal process outsourcing, you know, all types of IT and business services. But also within our membership ecosystem, we have those organisations that provide services to both sides. So those will be the lawyers, it will be recruitment consultants, the analysts, the advisors. So and much more recently, we've really increased the number of organisations that are really small startup organisations that really help our members on their digital transformation journeys and bring really cool tech and apps into their programs. So hopefully that gives an overview of the membership and the community that we represent. And in terms of the work that we do, it's all about developing best practice. We've got the Global Strategic Sourcing Standard, which really looks at the end-to-end arrangement of how organisations partner or set up their global service centres, etc. But it's also through the delivery of events. I think the GSA has put on over 50 virtual events already in 2021 on a whole host of different topics, anything from you know, mental health and well-being in the workplace, the impact the menopause actually has on workers in our industry, through to the impact that the gig economy, open talent's going to have, as well as all the IT subjects of AI, intelligent automation, and IoT and things like that. So events, best practice, thought leadership, and an awards program is probably the portfolio of the work that the GSA does.
So you mentioned that the association runs an award program, and I understand that Sri Lanka have had success there. Can you expand on that for us?
Yeah, absolutely. So Sri Lanka has been 3-time winner of our Delivery Destination of the Year, twice under the NOA branding in 2013 and in 2014, but much more recently as a winner of the Global Sourcing Association's Delivery Destination of the Year in 2019. So if we look at our awards, we run 2 different types of awards. We've got the corporate awards, which looks at the companies, the major projects in different vertical sectors, and obviously delivery destination. And then we've got professional awards, which looks at the individuals and the teams that are doing some really great work and deserve to be applauded. So our Delivery Destination of the Year award doesn't focus on which is the biggest delivery destination for UK companies. It looks at which destination has made the most progress in recent times. So I've got the quote here for why Sri Lanka won well, it's not why Sri Lanka won, but the quote from the judges that was presented at the time that the award was announced. So Sri Lanka presented a very clear vision for the business services industry and their approach to digital transformation, with specific focus on the UK marketplace. The detail of their talent development strategy was incredibly robust, and it is clear that they are making excellent inroads against that strategy. So I was actually a judge on this particular occasion, and I know we were really impressed with the presentation that was put forward, and I think it was put forward predominantly by SLASSCOM for Sri Lanka. It's really clear that those UK companies that have invested in Sri Lanka have been so impressed with the results they've been getting that they continue to invest further and further. So I have known about HSBC, Pearson and the London Stock Exchange Group been in Sri Lanka from the previous awards, but to see that they're still here in Sri Lanka and continuing their investment and doing some brilliant work, you know, speaks volumes. Obviously very familiar with the service providers delivering from there. I've been on a tour around WNS and Virtusa, and I know that these organisations are doing some really great service delivery work. And then of course you've got the indigenous companies in Sri Lanka. Again, I've had a tour of Colsey Technologies, but also 99X Technology. I know that they are doing some really great work. So that really, you know, impressed us. And the programme that Sri Lanka's got for building industry capacity and skills was really strong. We were particularly impressed with their Restart programme, which is focused on, you know, intense coding for non-IT graduates, and a really strong drive now for Sri Lanka to get more skills in the digital transformation space. So when I first came across Sri Lanka, and I think when Sri Lanka won the previous awards, its focus was very much on finance and accounts outsourcing, KPO, but it's really clear that, you know, it has grown and developed and evolved, and the capability it has managed to develop in the last 5 years in digital space is really, you know, really impressive. So the fact that, you know, the London Stock Exchange you know, runs its really, you know, precise, important processing of the stock market, and the IT infrastructure from Sri Lanka is a great testament to the technological capabilities of the country and the people within it.
And you've actually been to Sri Lanka, haven't you? So what was your opportunities and perceptions of the country while you were there?
Yes, I've been lucky enough to be to Sri Lanka a couple of times, and I can't wait for this pandemic to be over and to be able to get out there again. I've not been there as a tourist, but I was expecting it to be much more of an island for tourism. So my rather sort of naive perceptions were that Sri Lanka was going to be a smaller version of a super crazy India, and chaotic and impoverished, but with pockets of beautiful tea plantations and seaside resorts all around it. I had no idea that the infrastructure was, you know, as developed as it was, and that the IT capabilities were anywhere near as strong as they were. So, you know, I was clearly naive, and yeah, learned a lot from being in there as to what the capabilities of the country actually are. I would love for more people to understand exactly what the capabilities of Sri Lanka are. I think there are too many people that are a bit naive, like I was, that probably still see Sri Lanka as being, you know, a chaotic and probably not understanding the capabilities that the country has, but do recognise it to be an absolutely idyllic holiday destination. So, so Abby, what about you? Have you ever been to Sri Lanka?
Yes, I have. I was there for about a month in 2019, and I was a backpacker. So I was there as a tourist, spent most of my time in the back of a tuk-tuk, but it was a beautiful and vibrant country. And I think I was also a bit naive to how advanced it is over there, and can't wait to get back. What do you think the future holds for the GSA and their relationship with Sri Lanka?
Yeah, so this is something that I'm really excited about. So just to give a backdrop to the Global Technology and Business Services Council, when the pandemic struck, I think the way that organisations around the world responded and collaborated in their partnerships was absolutely phenomenal. And we saw this as a huge opportunity to actually applaud our industry, which is quite often castigated. It is seen as outsourcing is being done to cut costs, offshoring is being done to further cut costs, or to, you know, lose UK jobs. And there is sometimes a really negative perception. So we saw the way that partnerships and delivery hubs around the world responded so well. They didn't just keep the lights on, they absolutely kept the wheels of industry turning. Was so phenomenal that we wanted to applaud our industry, but take this opportunity to paint a new vision, the correct vision of our industry, which is all about, you know, transformation. It's all about collaboration. It's all about innovation. It's all about business value. So we wanted to do that, but we realized that we needed to do that globally, because it was our partners in Sri Lanka, in India, all around, in South Africa, all around the world, that had worked tirelessly to move our organisation into a working from home environment, to mobilise into a digital environment, to drive these digital transformation programmes that have been waiting in the wings for probably a few years, to drive them forward and make them happen sort of like almost overnight. It was inspirational. So I reached out to the leading industry associations around the world and asked them to come on board, do a global response and paint a global vision for the future of the industry. And 12 leading associations have now joined forces and created the Global Technology and Business Services Council. And I'm absolutely delighted to say that SLASSCOM is on board that council, along with the IAOP in the United States, NASSCOM in India, ITIDA in Egypt, BPESA in South Africa, and many more. And we're all working to paint a really clear vision of best practice standards for the future of the global technology and business services industry together.
Amazing. And what advice do you have for ongoing success for Sri Lanka in the global technology and business services industry?
Obviously, it's on a very positive trajectory. All the work that they're doing in building capabilities and further developing the infrastructure is really, really positive. The only quick thing I would say is at the moment, UK companies are really focused on their ESG ratings. So that's looking at their performance in environmental, social and corporate governance. And 20% of the value of financial services organisations could be lost overnight if they don't have a good ESG rating. So our organisations are ensuring that wherever they set up delivery centres or whoever they partner with has captured, you know, the right essence of environmental factors, social factors, ethical factors, as well as the corporate governance. So it is carry on working the way you are in terms of developing, you know, the graduates and the skills for tomorrow, but keep a strong eye on, you know, the corporate social responsibility, impact sourcing, responsible automation messages that are really resonating out of you know, the major organisations and institutions across the world.
That's great. Any final comments, Kerry?
All I can say is I hope you have a fantastic ongoing forum, and if anybody ever wants to reach out to me to get any insights on what's happening in the United Kingdom or any opportunities between the UK and Sri Lanka, then please do get in touch with me. My details are on the GSA website. So enjoy, and thank you very much for having me. See you.
Thanks. Bye.
We are in an ever-changing world where the future is always difficult to predict. Only the strongest businesses will survive. Change your business rhythm today to counter these challenges and achieve the goals you have set for yourselves as an organization. Will that be a rhythm that you can pursue alone? Not in the changed world order. You need a strategic partnership to redefine your business objectives. A strategic partner like WNS. A world ruled by technology, analytics, and process excellence. A leading business process management company that counters challenges for numerous clients across continents 24/7. Our vertical approach to service delivery helps us drive excellence across multiple verticals, including our array of cross-industry solutions across all verticals are the play of technology, analytics, and process solutions that we offer today will ensure that you are prepared for a great tomorrow.
Good evening. My name is Dinesh Vikramanayaka. I'm the Managing Director for WNS in Sri Lanka. WNS set up its operation in Sri Lanka in 2004 and was in fact, at the time, the very first delivery center to be set up outside of India by WNS Global Services. At the time, we were very confident of our location and its capabilities in Sri Lanka. And over the last 17 years, I'm proud to say that we have continued to repay that faith and the confidence that was entrusted upon us to be able to deliver large-scale finance and accounting services, legal services, corporate secretariat services, to a number of multinational organizations across various industries over the last 17 years. We have not only delivered performances beyond our clients' expectations, but we have helped achieve and deliver transformative programs for our clients to ensure that they, in turn, benefit from the talent and the skill sets that Sri Lanka as a location has to offer. At the time when we invested in Sri Lanka, it was primarily as a cost-competitive option that was delivered when competing against other global centers and other global competitors. Today, we have moved that needle. We are still cost competitive. However, we're also able to deliver high-end, high value-adding services through the capabilities and the skill set that is available in Sri Lanka, the first world infrastructure that is available to us in Sri Lanka, and most of all, the resilience and the passion that we have shown to our clients and to our internal stakeholders throughout that last 17 years. Sri Lanka is a fantastic place to invest. WNS continues to grow. We have grown over the last 1 year during the pandemic and leading up to it in excess of 20% year-on-year growth. That's at a location. As a global organization, we have also continued to have double-digit growth over the last 10 years. Sri Lanka is a fantastic place to invest because of the, not just the availability of the right talent, but also the government and other regulatory bodies that work collaboratively with the industry body, driven and championed by SLASSCOM, that is assisting organizations such as ours, WNS in Sri Lanka, to ensure that we have the right ecosystem that is conducive to being the best we can, but also that is available that enables us to deliver performances and services that are beyond anybody's expectations, let alone our clients, and really compete in the world stage with the big boys, be it India, Philippines, or China for that matter. And I'm really proud of that fact. We continue to grow and we continue to look forward to invest in Sri Lanka as an organization, looking at expanding our current footprint, and we are very much here for the long stay. I am very grateful to our Group CEO, Mr. Keshav Murugesh, and the entire leadership team for their unyielding commitment to the location and their support, encouragement that has helped us deliver and be one of the best delivery centers, not just for WNS, but globally, and something as all Sri Lankans we're all very proud of. I hope we have many other organizations that will be able to replicate this success that we have seen over the last 17 years. Thank you, and I look forward to taking any questions or assisting any of you in your endeavors in your own BPM journey. Thank you, and goodbye.
Hello, my name is D. Lianwala. I'm the Global Head of Corporate Operations for the London Stock Exchange Group. By way of setting the context, London Stock Exchange Group has three business divisions: data and analytics, capital markets, which it's well known for, and post-trade, our risk management business. We are present in about 125 countries around the world and has 25,000 colleagues. In terms of our presence in Sri Lanka, we started our journey in 2009 when a software company called Millennium IT, then it was known as, bid for the replacement of the trading engine that ran London Stock Exchange Group. We were so impressed with that technology, the group ended up acquiring then Millennium IT. The company, of course, since then, in 2010, built the fastest trading engine in the world, not only changing companies' fortunes, but also setting a very high global standard. Since then, we've added a repertoire of products to our portfolio, covering post-trade exchanges, smart order routing, and many others, and surveillance. We have also been able to build a great R&D capability in Sri Lanka and a thriving capital markets business. So through our presence in Sri Lanka, we benefited from technology, expertise, and access to world-class talent. Therefore, we decided to expand our technology operations in Sri Lanka. In 2016, an initiative led by me, we established a Center of Excellence that then covered technology operations. Today, we have 1,000 colleagues delivering not only technology operations, but many other corporate operations functions to the group, covering various entities across the globe. We also have established a labs function that does innovation, helps the service delivery to our businesses. Our presence therefore led us to increase our efficiency, service delivery, and availability, all of which are key facets in operating in capital markets. Therefore, our experience has been a very positive one in Sri Lanka. We've had much support from the government of Sri Lanka and bodies such as Board of Investment and Urban Development Authority. Sri Lanka remains a strategic global hub for London Stock Exchange Group. It's testament to the fact that we have over 1,800 colleagues today operating out of Sri Lanka, doing various operations and technology activities. And we hope to further expand this presence in the years to come. The resilience of infrastructure has been a key factor in building global operations in critical functions such as capital markets. So is the availability of world-class talent. The talent that's coming through the Sri Lanka's university system has been exemplary, and we have certainly taken advantage of that fact. Therefore, we have been able to provide technological innovations and deliver great resilient services using our operations capabilities in Sri Lanka. Today, our platforms process $20 billion worth of transactions per day, which are all billed out of Sri Lanka. Our platforms processed about $1.4 million worth of transactions during the time that it took me to say this sentence. Our operations in Sri Lanka produces technology products and services which are robust, scalable, and high-end, that powers not only our own markets, but 40 other similar entities, businesses around the world. We also run critical network operations out of Sri Lanka, which underpins the entire global operation of London Stock Exchange Group. LSEG's vision is to be the most trusted expert partner in the global capital markets, a world leader in providing access to capital, helping our customers, economies to both allocate and optimize capital. We truly believe technology being a key enabler of this vision. The work we do in Sri Lanka is going a long way for us to help achieve that vision.
Every good business was started with the intention to do something different. But every great business was started with the intention to do something amazing for their customer. It's a small nuance, but one that has a big impact. And whilst there are thousands of things that go into making a business successful, it's the moment of service that matters. It's the moment when all the hard work pays off. It's when you win or lose in the eyes of your customer. The key to success is the way your business engages customers, empowers its people, and leverages its assets, providing an experience that delights your customers, from the time you motivate a sale to them wanting to buy again, from enabling your staff to be in the right place at the right time to work effectively before and after delivery, from efficiently managing your supply chain and optimizing how you work your assets. This is the DNA of your business. Stitching these elements together creates value and enables you to deliver on your promises. And that applies across all industries, regardless if you're a manufacturer, energy supplier, builder, or aviator. The moment of service matters. Centering your business on the moment of service tells your customers you care. It enables you to differentiate. It enables your business to grow and thrive. What's your moment of service?
So I'd like to start by thanking you for having me at the event today. It's great to be speaking to you, and I must say I'm looking forward to the day when we can go back to doing these events in person and I can meet you all face to face. I'm delighted to be able to speak to you as part of the event because Sri Lanka really is somewhere that IFS has put a lot of focus and investment into over an extended period of time. I wanted to talk to you about our story, the journey that we've been on, and particularly our relationship with Sri Lanka and why I think we're such a strong employer in the region and a technology partner for our customers. Firstly, for those of you who don't know IFS, I thought I'd start with a few facts about our business. We're a global cloud enterprise software vendor, and we provide software for field service management, enterprise asset management, and ERP or enterprise resource planning, plus IT service management, all as part of our IFS cloud platform. We have over 10,000 customers, 4,500 employees all over the globe, and we're over $1 billion in revenue, with our software business growing about 26% annually. Our business is focused on delivering solutions which are easier to deploy, easier to use, and cheaper to own to our customers. And we do this without compromising on functionality or quality. We really focus on doing what our customers need for them to win. If you look at the Gartner Magic Quadrant, we're the leader for field service management, and we also show up for ERP and asset management. But most importantly, what we're most proud of as a business is that when you look at Gartner Peer Insights, which is where customers rank their vendors, we're the #1 ranked vendor for ERP, EAM, and FSM, which is particularly important for us. That's why we help our customers, because they're able to see success. So it's really our customer focus that led us to launch our moment of service concept earlier this year. Service has become relevant across every industry, and customers and consumers expect more from their suppliers, whether they're manufacturers, utilities, service providers, really any other business. More than ever before, customers expect guaranteed outcomes that delight them every time. And we see this across the market in every industry, that the most successful businesses are those that are able to perfect the moments of service they provide to their customers. Every business has moments of service. And I challenge you to think about the moments of service that you provide your customers. Also, what does your business need to do to make those moments of service happen? The potential rewards for any business that can do this are huge. However, it's not straightforward to achieve them. To deliver outstanding moments of service to your customers, it requires the orchestration of every part of your company, your people, your assets, and your customer-focused functions. And this is where IFS Cloud comes in. IFS Clouds help you to bring together functionality from field service, asset management, resource planning, so that you can orchestrate your customers, people, and assets in one single solution. We are successful with this mission because our solutions are very focused on asset and service-centric industries and organizations. We come from a heritage of building mission-critical systems for the defense industry and nuclear power stations. Whereas other vendors create a broad product, very horizontal in nature, and then you have to customize it to meet your business's needs, our product is built with the specific requirements of our vertical customers in mind. And we only operate in the industries where we're specialists. We're also unique in that IFS Cloud is just one product, one solution, and it delivers all of those amazing capabilities in a single product. One common architecture, one data model, one user interface. There's no need for complex, time-consuming integrations where you're cobbling together different solutions. On top of that, we provide all of the innovation, analytics, augmented reality, AI, robotic process automation. All of that comes in the product as standard for our customers to use. Lastly, despite all of this, IFS is completely modular, so you can use the modules that you need to drive value in your business, not having to take the whole thing. So IFS is really about offering our customers choice. You can deploy IFS Cloud on-prem or in the cloud, obviously, and in every case, the product is exactly the same. No loss of functionality or performance. We offer you that great product wherever you want it, in the way that you want it. So that's a quick overview of IFS and IFS Cloud, but now I'd like to spend a few minutes on Sri Lanka and our history here. Why it's such an essential part of our journey going forward. So, IFS has been in Sri Lanka for a really long time, having first invested there in 1997, so well over 20 years. This decision came about because the then leaders of IFS recognized a few key things about Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka has a fantastic education system, you have amazing people, and a strong culture of technology, strong technology infrastructure. The combination of these three factors made it a perfect place for IFS to expand its workforce and innovate for the future. And over time, this has become increasingly important for us. With our software business growing 26% a year, we need to scale our business rapidly to support our global support, our consulting, our R&D, so many different functions. And we do all of that in Sri Lanka to meet the needs of our growing customer base. And this is where your fantastic workforce comes in. Being able to hire top quality talent means that we can expand at pace. And it's why Sri Lanka is so important to our growth strategy. It's not only about scale and speed. Sri Lanka is providing us with a tremendous level of competitive advantage. I mentioned earlier that IFS has the highest Gartner Peer Insight scores amongst our competitors. And what is important about this is that we are able to do this really with this underpinning of Sri Lanka, where we can achieve those scores, where they really are customer centric in driving success with our customers globally. So whether it's in our consulting organization or in our support organization or the technology that we build in R&D, all of these functions, the majority of the people are in Sri Lanka. And our customers are consistently reporting to us that they have a fantastic experience with IFS with our Sri Lankan team. This is a tremendous competitive advantage and incredibly shows why Sri Lanka is so essential to our success. I'm also really proud that while our team in Sri Lanka supports IFS all around the world, we've also built some fantastic relationships with customers in the region. So from Akbar Brothers to Wada Wada Teas to more than 20 automotive customers, including Toyota and Honda, as well as the Airport Aviation Authority, Global Rubber Industries, many others. Our long history within Sri Lanka has enabled us to build technology that is relevant for many key customers in the region and thousands of customers outside of the region. And we bring value to those industries and help them to be successful. Finally, with everything that Sri Lanka has given to IFS over the years in terms of our fantastic people and our customers, we feel that responsibility to give back to Sri Lanka. So we founded the IFS Foundation, which is an independent, not-for-profit entity run by volunteers from IFS who give up their time, really focused on helping to break the poverty cycle in rural Sri Lanka. Since its creation, we've had loads of different projects which are funded and kicked off, and I look forward to seeing the difference that we as a company can make through the foundation over time in Sri Lanka. So as you can see, IFS has been on quite a journey in Sri Lanka over the years, 24 years, and it's been great to share some of it with you. It comes down to our amazing people, as I said before, and I'm immensely proud to be on this journey with them. So to my team in Sri Lanka, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to deal with you every day. And to those of you watching, thank you very much, and I look forward to meeting you in person.